Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Have you ever just been happy to check the mail on Monday?
Here's something you may not know. You can now check your mail before it ever makes it down your street. They call this informed delivery. Once you sign
So I had a great weekend hanging out with some buddies. You may have seen the video. I got to hang out with Matt at Whiskey Wisdom over at Short Barrel. Had a great time. Got some amazing bottle. Did a barrel pick. Got some other amazing bottles while we were there. Got some cool swag. So if you saw the video yesterday, you had an opportunity to get one of these bar mats if you do the right thing on the video. Looking forward to that. But when I got back, I realized there's some mail that was waiting for me, and I am excited about that. So got a couple things here today. Let's see what they are. One of them I know is from Barrel. So Barrel Bourbon sent me something, so I'm looking forward to that. And I think I know what these are, and I'm very excited about this. I'm like a kid. Who doesn't love stickers? Got my Missing Matt sticker. Have you seen me? If you can see that, that's pretty awesome right there. Then also got my certified trash palette, certified verified trash palette. Thank you, Troy and Laura. I absolutely love the stickers. I'll make sure these get on an awesome bottle, maybe on this infinity bottle or something over here. I do have an idea for the trash palette certified verified, so I have something for that. But this one came in from Barrel while I was out. And I've been looking forward to this. Now, last time, Barrel sent me a whole 750 milliliters. So I was like, man, are they going to send me a whole nother bottle? Doesn't seem that way this time, but that's okay. You know, sometimes that's the fun part about things too, is seeing what you got in the box. All right, so looks like they got me probably a 200 milliliter is what we're looking like here. So this is Cask Finish Series Mizunara, or Mizunara. So this is 6-year, 116.42 proof, and it's 100 milliliters. So it's not 200 milliliters, it's 100 milliliters. Nothing else in here, no other neat information on this. This is just basically, see what I think about this. Doesn't have a lot on here. Sample, not for resale. Barrel Craft Spirits, Louisville, Kentucky. Let's open up this bad boy and see what we got. They've got it taped really good so it won't leak out as we're doing any of this, which is cool. They did a good job of making sure this thing wasn't going to leak anywhere. Got a very interesting nose on it, kind of a nice fruity nose on this. Using this A. Smith Bowman right here. Thank you for that, Michael. I appreciate it. Use my mini Glen over here to check this out. This has a nice fruity, refreshing nose right off the bat on this. So I'm very interested in this. It's got a nice yellow color. I would say it's kind of a deeper yellow, but I see some little bit of sediments, a little bit of cloudiness in this as well, which is pretty interesting. So right off the bat on this, I'm kind of getting a peachy apple thing going on. More of kind of a light honey. Than anything else. Is not a, it's supposed to kind of like not really a caramel, but kind of a honey thing going on with the apple and kind of a peach thing going on. Not getting a lot of ethanol on this, which I like. Does have some nice oils in it. You can see them, slowly working their way down the glass on this. But there's some sediments on the bottom of this. So I'm interested in that as well. So it could be a real fatty thing that's going on with this. When I talk about fatties, maybe some of the sediments and the fats that are in the bourbon. This has a sweeter nose more than anything. I'm not getting a whole lot of oak or leather. It's just very muted down, just getting just little whiffs of it, but nothing too extravagant there, nothing overpowering. Let's give it a taste. So this has a little more spice than I was expecting it to have. So I get some pepperiness on it, but I get that initial kind of fruity punch, and then I get some pepperiness to it. And then it's kind of lingering there in the back. I am getting some of that oak, a little bit of the drying there right there. I'm not getting on the nose, but I get this kind of a honey, buttery, fruity thing on the back on the finish, which I'm really liking. This kind of has this really sweet funk on the back, which I like. Um, I don't know exactly what that. I need to, I guess, study more things. What the Mizunara is supposed to be for a finish, or Mizunara. But it's got some peppery. It's got some oak. I am getting some of the fruits come forward in this. It's more of kind of a stewed peach type of thing, even though I get some apple on the nose. And now that honey's getting a little bit deeper and darker on the nose as well. But man, the fruits on this are really nice. This almost has like a honey fruity type of finish to me. And if someone would have just poured this for me and said, figure out what finish this is, I'd have almost said this is kind of like a honey cask type of thing. Just kind of the fruits and the finish that I'm getting on this. Still getting some of that spice on there. It does have about a medium finish, but it's neat how it comes in so sweet, and then you get this spicy, and then it kind of comes back to a kind of that drying peachy kind of a finish on it. So it's a very interesting finish on this. I'd say I would enjoy this pour. I'm not sure what the price point's going to be at on this pour. I think it's a neat offering for them. For me, though, I'm not sure if I'm going to run right back out and grab another bottle of it. I'd have to see the price point on it. But I am surprised that at the nice Kentucky hug that I'm getting with this, only at 116 proof. But it's not like burning you up. It's just a hello, I'm there, reminding you that I'm there. And the finish kind of goes for a while with that pepperiness and then the bitterness and then that kind of sweet fruit again. So very interesting pour. If anyone's ever had some of these finished casks before, I'm kind of interested in the comments. What do you get out of these? Because this might be my first one of these, and I've never had this before. I do kind of dig it. It does have a little bit of a dark side to it that I can't quite pinpoint on it. I may have to pour a little bit more because I'm going through it on my mini Glen pretty quick. But there is something on the back I just can't quite pinpoint. It's kind of a refreshing type of herbal thing, almost like a candied herbal thing on the back that I'm kind of digging along with it. Now coming back through on the nose, I am getting a little more caramel on there, where I got more honey on the front. So it does have a neat, different experience. I am getting different things with different sips, and that's something I really like in a bourbon, is where it can kind of be playful a little bit. You get a little bit of this, and you get a little bit of that. Then you come back, and it's a little bit different the next time, so you get some different things going on. Yeah, there's just a tiny need of this candied herbal thing on the back too. Man, first day back at work, I'm telling you, it was a good day. A lot of work today, but things went by really, really well. Great time catching up with my teams today. It's always a lot of fun. I can say that there's plenty of jobs that I went through and it was just like, man, it kind of hurts to be here today. It's kind of, probably not the best thing to be here today. But I've been very pleased with the team that I've been working with lately. And I'm telling you, for the last few years, I've been just really blessed with the people. Now, the work's been really, really hard, but blessed with the people there. So if you're working today, when you see this video, don't take your teams for granted. I mean, we all go to work for one thing. We want to provide for our families. But while you're there, man, put in that great work and that great effort. And I hope it goes by fast for you, so you're successful in everything that you do. And when you finally get to that off time, I had a great bit of off time this weekend, and I hung out with friends, and I just had a fantastic time. I hope it just slows down for you. I hope you get outside and do something if the weather's nice. If it's not, I hope you crack a good book, or you watch a good show, or you have a great conversation or a nice pour with somebody. Have those conversations you've been meaning to have with somebody that you just like, man, I hadn't talked to. Sometimes you get awkward. You ain't talked to somebody in a while. Pick up the phone, give them a call. Say, man, I've been thinking about you. How you doing, Rod? Sometimes that first step is the hardest one, but once you get it, everything goes good. But most importantly, I hope you have a wonderful day. Cheers and God bless. Thank you.